Yeah, so how has the experience been?
So I've not started trading yet with real money yet. I'm just learning my own, doing learning analysis and the rest.
So which concept are you currently learning now?
Uh, I have one YouTube course that I have, so I'm currently at that technical analysis.
Technical analysis have different concepts. There should be a particular concept that you are learning, that kind of a thing, in that technical aspect.
Okay. Ah,
You're not aware of that.
no, I'm not really very aware of that, sure.
Oh my God. The thing is, starting off with just randomly, maybe obviously you typed how to trade forex in your YouTube, and then a certain course popped out, and then you're consuming that information. Sometimes it is more like a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can hurt you, sometimes it can like give you what you need, that kind of a thing. Because one thing is that already now you're not aware of concepts in technical analysis. So this might result to you consuming multiple informations, and then it will then prolong your learning curve, because you learn Malaysia S&R, you learn normal S&R, then all this information when you come to the market, it will make your trading more complicated, rather than when you are like facing normal stuff, like you're just facing one certain concept and all that. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's the problem. Yeah.
yeah, so have you like have any understanding about how the market move?
Yeah, it's something like that, yes.
So but you've not taken any trade before, right?
No, I'm not taking any trade.
Oh,
I started last week.
okay, just last week.
Yes.
You should like maybe try um just I don't know though, but maybe after this thing, you just do your thing, just whatever that you are doing, just try not to consume many information that are not like needed and all that. I don't know if you get
Okay.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So in that your course or what you were consuming, have you like reached to the town whereby you've learned what is currency pairs and all that? You're aware of currency pairs, right?
Yes.
So in your trading now, what do you think that you need little touchings? Do you need something like mentorship from the scratch, or do you have maybe certain zones or certain points that you need to get core understanding about?
I will say mentorship on the start, sure, because that would be better for me.
Right. Okay. So the thing is, I will still make videos for all this mentorship of a thing, but let me just start with the core basics of how what we are actually doing, right? And all that. I normally
Mm.
charge for this, but I just felt like just doing stuff for the community and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing is, when it comes to market, there's
Mm.
something we call liquidity, right? I
Yeah.
believe you are aware of liquidity, right? So
Yes.
yeah. So the market basically move from a certain liquidity to certain liquidity, just moving from liquidity to liquidity, from liquidity to liquidity, that kind of a thing. Just this is more like the rhythm of market, right? So
Mm.
in a scenario whereby you find yourself in a certain point, right? Let's say, let me use this one as example. This is actually a live chat, so everything I'm going to be giving the instances with live chat. So let's say this high is a liquidity, but before this high, we had a previous high, which was this one, right? So then
Yes.
market moved from this liquidity, this point here, from a low to a high. So that was basically it. So before market did that, market was basically moving. It created a low, it created a high, created a low. It was all doing all those things till this high was taken out. And then
Yes.
after market took out this high, market then again started retracing. Why was the market retracing? Since this high has been taken out, so market wants to take out liquidity, another liquidity. So at this point, the liquidity here is this zone. This zone was the liquidity, this flow here, right? And then when market took this flow out, market started retracing. But on a norms, let's say if market we are like to just be normally commonly be taking high and lows and all that, it will be easy for people to make money, right? So instead of this,
Yeah.
market tends to react in a complex way. So this complexity makes it harder to make money and all that. That's why some people tend to like lose money. Everyone actually loses money. Like I myself, sometimes I tend to lose money in this thing, right? So then so
Mm.
we are aware that market tends to collect liquidities. So, and what are liquidity? Liquidity, examples of, there are many liquidities, types of liquidity and all that, but examples are previous day highs and previous day lows. So at this point here, we had the high, and this high was previous day highs. All this high residing here. This was Monday, 23rd of February,
Okay.
2026. This high. So when market took out this high, the next point of interest was a low. Then what the market was looking for was this low. Yeah. So in a simple sense, you say that the market is basically taking an external range liquidity. Once market takes out an external range liquidity, the next target will be an internal range liquidity. So in this case scenario now, where is the internal range liquidity? Is this previous day low, right? Like I said earlier, lows are liquidity, right? Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
what I say?
No, 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 you sure.
Okay. So basically, this price action here, price is trying to take out this low here, and this low was the low of Monday last week, if I'm not wrong. So because today is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So this low was last week's Monday. So price is likely to take out this low here. Why? Because this is the external range liquidity which has been taken out. So price is literally trying to take out the internal range. So once price takes out this internal range, the next thing that price might do again, or the next price action might be, since the internal range has been taken out, what price we then look for is the external range. So the external range will be this previous day high, which is this point, or it will look to take out another external range by the sell side liquidity, which was this one. Either way, price will take out an external range. It is a must. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I'm trying to understand, sure.
Okay. So in simple sense, price tends to take out external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, from internal range liquidity to external. It's just like a cycle, internal to external, from external to internal, right? So the hard part there is for you to be able to identify the external part, the external range liquidity and the internal range liquidity. So for you to do this, you have to be looking for the previous day highs, previous day's high. These previous day's high are the external range liquidity, and they can serve as internal range liquidity. Do you understand?
Okay.
So let me use this diagram as well. So price was moving and created a high, and this is the low. So if you mark out this point, this high here is serving as external range liquidity. This low here is serving as external range liquidity. So if you use your Fibonacci to this point, this the 50% of this place is the internal range because both of them, no, price has not taken out any low here and it has not taken out any high here. So price is still inside. That's why it is called internal. Price is still inside, right? Let's say that price was just moving like this. It's still inside this range from this side to this point. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
So eventually, we both know that price is inside the internal liquidity. We both know that price is eventually going to take out the high. It's either that the price is going to take out the high or the low, but either way, it's going to be an external range liquidity. Do you understand?
Yes.
So then eventually maybe price might do this and take out this internal external range. Once price takes out the external, then the next target will be the internal, right? That means that you can sell from this
Mm,
point to this point. Then your next target will be an external since the internal has been taken out. Do you understand?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically how market moves from internal to external, from external to internal. So the thing is, maybe you can, for you to get familiar with the concept, you have to like backtest it and all that and see how price moves from internal to external. So looking at this
Okay.
chart now, we've taken out the external and then we are inside this range from this side to this point here. So we are here to click the 50% of this point, making it the internal range liquidity. So if I am to sell this trade, if I am to sell today, I'm going to trade what we call continuation. But since you are still a beginner, other things will be it will be hard to digest. Just with time, you will get familiar with it. So if
Mm,
if I am to trade to this point, I'm going to be targeting the internal range liquidity. And then these are the internal range liquidities right here. Another point is this point that price is likely to trade to, that kind of a thing. So do you have any question?
Uh, I have questions, sir. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
it'll be difficult to grab this thing like this. I don't know.
It's what?
Like, I want to learn, like, let me just put it like, I want to learn full. Because,
Okay, you want to learn full.
yes,
Um, do you want to subscribe for what do you like? Do you want to like know everything from A to Z?
yes.
This if even if you paid for our course, that kind of a thing. First of all,
Mm,
we still teach you this stuff. The main part that I charge money, right? It's not even we are
mm,
not yet that point because that one is more complex. Shall you get? So
okay.
even if you go to any place and subscribe for mentorship, they will still teach you this market strategy. This is actually the core thing you need to know. It's more like the basic. Shall you get?
Yes.
Yeah. So and if this one tends to be harder, the complex one will be, I don't know, just like pay attention to just okay, okay. Now let me do it one more time. So
Okay.
we had a low. When price opens, price creates a low and then price made a high. So we had a high, we had a low. So this high and this low is called liquidity. This high and this, both of them are liquidity. So then eventually, even if you're looking at charts, you notice that some charts tends to move like this.
Yes.
Yeah. What the chart was basically doing is that the chart was trading from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. So this internal range liquidity was the 50% of this point of this line here, this price leg from this side to this side, the 50%. So how do you know the 50%? You use this thing. It's more like a ruler for us. This red line here serves as the 50%. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when market was at this first point, this side here, let's say you wanted to sell. When you were selling, you believe that market was going to trade down to this point, which was the 50%. Why? Because it is the internal range liquidity. Then you TP'd. You know what is TP, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then when you TP'd, the reason why you TP'd is because this is at the 50%. So you have to wait and stay at the sideline and wait to know what the market is going to do again. So since the market is inside this range, which is this high, inside this 50%, you know that the next target will be the external range liquidity because of what market has traded from the external to the internal. So from internal, the cycle will be to the external. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah. So when price took out this high, which was the external range liquidity, what will be the next target again?
You say from the external to the internal, then the external.
So from this point, what will be the target?
That will be the external liquidity
Yes,
above the
external,
50.
yes, external liquidity. Then after taking the external liquidity, what will be the next target?
Internal.
Internal. So that's how market basically works from external to the internal, from the internal to the external. It's just as simple as that. This particular thing now, it's just as simple as that. Not that market will move from external to the internal, from the internal to the external. When you come to the chart and then you look at the price action, if market has already taken out the external, then your target will be the internal. If market has taken out the internal, then your target will be the external. Do you understand? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's as simple as that. So now,
Yeah.
looking at this chart, I like teaching with maybe live price action and all that. So I took this trade. Why? Because already market has taken out this external range liquidity, which was here. This was
Mhm.
this thing. So even at that, we had this high here. Price took out this high and then dropped. This is what maybe that course that you are watching might call break of structure, which I will treat later. And then,
Okay.
yeah. So then if you use your Fibonacci and point from this point to this point to this point, do you notice that when price took out this external range liquidity, price returned to the internal range liquidity, which was this 50% of this place?
I see.
Yeah, just if you take a look at it now, you see it. Though, like I said, price action will not be as neat as the depiction that I made earlier. If it was as neat as that, everyone will be rich. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so price has this way of complicating things so that it will be grabbing people's money and all that. So price took out this price, created a price leg, and then returned to the 50%, which was the internal range liquidity. So if this
Mhm.
point was the internal range liquidity, what will be the next target? Internal to what?
External.
External, which was this low here. Can you see it?
Mhm.
See it? A high, a low, and then price returned to the 50%, and then dropped and took out this low. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yes. Then what price we do again, since the external has been taken out, then the next target will be the internal range liquidity. So price will then go higher small and then start dropping. So that's basically it. That's it. You understand?
Yes.
So if you want to like have full knowledge on how this thing basically work, you have to like, okay, let me just take it as this is an assignment. You have a laptop, right? Do you have a laptop?
Yeah, I have a laptop.
Yes.
Yes.
Your assignment now will be, I want you to go to this Euro USD, and then you have
Okay.
to be marking out the external to the internal range liquidity, right?
Okay.
Yes. Then what you're going to be doing is once you mark it out, you use this line here, horizontal array, and then point
Mm.
at it, and then type it, wait, and then type uh external,
External
yes,
equity.
external,
Liquidity range. Okay.
yes, external range
Okay.
liquidity. So this is what you'll be doing, and then you'll be doing from the external to the internal, from the external to the internal. Then this will help you to be able to identify it. Once you be able, if you are able to see it, once it has already played out, then it will help your eyes to anticipate it, that kind of a thing. That's how this thing basically work. If you're able to be seeing it when it is trying to play out or when it has already played out, then you will be able to identify and anticipate it. Do you understand?
Okay.
So since this low low was the external range liquidity on a higher time frame. So dropping on a lower time frame, we are still going to be using it. We are still going to be using it as the price target. So if I'm going to trade Euro USD, if I'm going to trade Euro USD, I'm going to like, this will be my target. Anything that I'm going to be trading, if I'm going to trade from here, for instance,
Mm.
step from here. uh, So if I'm going to be selling from this point, my TP will be at this point, Sunday's opening, because at the higher time frame it was the internal range liquidity, because already the price has already taken out the external. So we are dropping down to the internal range liquidity. Do you understand? Do you get me?
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, so that's basically how the internal range liquidity and the external range liquidity is. So for me not to complicate things um further, so I think you are going to maybe stop here, and then maybe you can use today to deal on the assignment that I gave you, this assignment, and then I can know where to start from, that kind of a thing in our next class. You understand?
Okay.
So
Thank you.
yeah. So it's basically simple. Identify the external range liquidity and the internal range liquidity. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you can do it today, and maybe by 9 o'clock you should be able to be complete with it, right?
Okay. No issue.
Yeah, 9 p.m. No problem. See you then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we have another person, Blessing Trumi. I didn't even know that she was here. Unmute your mic.
Okay. Bless.
Yeah.
Good
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You didn't let us know you are here. I was even busy with the chat.
Mm, I was hearing you. It's just that I was not really understanding.
Oh, but do you like understand what we are doing?
Kind of. Yes. A little.
Okay. I recorded the video. This section is a recorded stuff. Maybe I'll drop the video so that you'll be able to like go through it again. If you have any question, you can feel free to drop in my
Okay.
DM. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm.
So stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Have a nice day.
Okay,
All
thanks.
right.
Yeah,
Bye
yeah.
bye.